Hello there guys, how are we doing? Namaste and welcome to ORA. This is me, Onasi, with another reaction video, and this is a breaking news from Everything Always. And they have finally revealed the final cast of Fantastic Four. So Everything Always has given us this video breaking down the characters. So without further ado, let's get into this video and see what is this all about.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. You know, it's crazy to think we're finally going to find out who the Fantastic Four cast is this year, one way or another, whether they want to announce it or the trades get to it first, because it may feel like this has only been going in for the last year, but really it's been going for the last 5 years. We were getting fanfiction concept art of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski as Mrs. and Mr. Fantastic all the way back in summer of 2019. So for people who follow channels like mine, and of course for me, it's a little fantastic pun totally intended to believe we're actually finally going to find out, and these rumors will be put.
I think recently there was this convention from Marvel. It hasn't been a good ride for Marvel, has it? I hope this Phase 6 will do some wonders, man. Come on, we need this
to rest once and for all. That being said, we have huge updates today. Apparently the team has been finalized, and an industry insider has weighed in with the casting grid, talking about a brand new character that hasn't been reported on yet. We're going to talk about who the team is now, at least according to multiple reports, who's been locked in over the last 48 hours, and who this brand new character could be. Because of the limited information we received again from said casting grid, we might actually have an idea of who it is. We're breaking it all down, the latest reports for the Fantastic Four cast, but first to all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so earlier this week, about midweek, we started hearing rumors that the Fantastic Four cast was indeed completed and that Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby were included among the cast. The others were rumored to be Joseph Quinn and Ebon Moss-Bachrach. But the source of this rumor was actually a Des Moines, if I'm pronouncing that right, anonymous post, which should be treated with about the approximate reverence of an anonymous 4chan post. That is, take it with a grain of salt. But about a day after that, and in the last 48 hours, a way more trusted source, and Daniel Rickman actually weighed in to talk about what's going on, and this is what he had to say, quote, "I hear that Pedro is a lock and the movie will start filming in July. The last grid had said May, the new one is saying July. The grid says that 3 others are still in the offer stage."
The Coming of Galactus, is that the name for Fantastic Four new movie? That's where the Anya Taylor is gonna be the Silver Surfer.
But another source is telling me they're pretty much a lock too, so we'll see. No casting for the 2 villains yet, and they are interested in Anya Taylor-Joy or someone like her for the female villain, and a Latino for the male villain, likely to be Galactus. And these are all things that we've covered at length at the channel over the last 6 months.
Can I play Galactus? I can be Galactus. Most of that will be just CGI, so
if you need a refresher, it probably
I'll be cheap.
should just make a playlist or a full recap for the Fantastic Four scoops at this point. But when his source is telling him that even though it still reads quote-unquote offer on the grid for 3 roles, but they're pretty much a lock, he's talking about the same exact 4 names that are mentioned in that Des Moines anonymous post. And like we always say, it's occasionally those anonymous ones that are completely correct. So we'll have to wait and see here soon, but it sounds like the Fantastic Four cast is absolutely locked up at this point. And finally, now interestingly enough, in this scoop, Daniel RPK goes on to talk about 2 additional characters.
Damn, I have to do my laundry. I just realized I have work tomorrow.
We haven't reported on yet. One has no information at all. It's too ambiguous to try to guess who this is. It's simply a character who's going to be comic relief, male or female. Not really sure who that is. There are a lot of Fantastic Four adjacent characters. No way of telling from just that little information. Second one, however, though, is a male voice to do a CGI character. And if you're thinking, well, the Thing is CGI, yeah, but of course the Thing is going to be done under mocap. That's not this. This is a male voice actor to do the CGI voiceover for, say, something like how Paul Bettany did Jarvis. So that leads me to believe that this is going to be a voiceover for some sort of droid or AI, or rather the Fantastic Four robot Herbie, H-E-R-B-I-E, or humanoid experimental robot B-type integrated electronics. Now his character is pretty interesting. He was conceived for the new Fantastic Four. He was
John Krasinski got a horrible death.
Integrated into the continuity, but the reason he exists is that at the time that the Fantastic Four was turned into an animated series aimed at kids back in 1978, the Human Torch was actually licensed out for some solo movie that never happened. They had to replace him, and so they replaced him with a robot. This was an idea for Stan.
What? I didn't know about this. Let me know, guys, if you guys knew about it, because like we didn't get access to all the Marvel comics, so whatever I get to watch was from the animated series that they have. And I've never noticed this. I used to watch Fantastic Four, without thinking much about like which year the series was released. So we just watch it, and then I only noticed, like, growing up as a kid, there was another version of Spider-Man on a different channel that had Ice Girl, something like that. I forgot, like something like that. There were like 3 or 4 episodes of that series I watched. It was in English. The other ones were like translated to, I think, Hindi. Yeah, but I didn't know about this. It's surprising. It's the same thing, I guess, happened with Spider-Man. So that's good to know.
Lee and Jack Kirby actually designed him, and it was Kirby's last work for Marvel. Now, there was a rumor at the time that the reason that the Human Torch wasn't included and they used this robot instead was, again, this was a kids animated series, and some people were afraid that apparently kids might try to emulate the Human Torch and set themselves on fire. That was just an urban myth. It was really only due to their licensing problems, which I think is interesting on its own, because apparently Marvel's been dealing
PR always there.
with licensing problems, and for multiple decades. Again, the solo movie that the Human Torch was licensed out for never came to fruition. Now, even though his character is, to me, rather unremarkable, the reason that Mr. Fantastic actually creates him in the first place is that they're searching for Galactus, not to try to defeat him, but rather they're trying to find Galactus because they need his help in defeating a different villain in the Sphinx. Now, by all accounts, it's still Galactus and his herald, who's probably going to be Frankie Ray at this point as the villain. So I don't think that's what they're going to draw from. But having a endearing droid or an endearing AI has worked for both Star Wars and Marvel, so it isn't that shocking to know that they might put this character and involved in the film at all. That being said, I think it's very likely that one of the trades, like the Hollywood Reporter or Deadline, is going to confirm the Fantastic Four cast the same way they did with Pedro Pascal, and long before Marvel Studios ever makes it to an official announcement, because the fact that they're going to start filming in July, to me, means that if Marvel Studios can make it to Hall H, or even a couple weeks later to August 9th when they're doing the D23 presentation,
I'll make sure, like, one day I'll come to that convention, D23 from Disney, right? This time I missed it. Maybe next year I'm gonna fly. Or maybe, yeah, I think by that time Marvel will be better again. Hopefully.
I think there's a good chance that they might try to hold on to this all the way to one of those live presentations. Even if it gets leaked in the trades a million times between now and then, they might not make an official announcement until they officially introduce the cast at one of those on-stage presentations, which means we're just going to be waiting for the Hollywood trades at this point to confirm it. But let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, how you feel about the cast, how you feel about the villains, and what you most want to see in the Fantastic Four film. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go.
Well, that was that from Everything Always. Thank you, mate. That was really good. So what do you guys think about this, the recasting? Okay, the new cast will be the robot. Somebody else gonna voice that character. It will be CGI, partly mechanical, I guess. It would be much better like if they did what they did with Iron Man, Jon Favreau, what he did. So that would be great. Hope for the best. And that was the news. So yeah, that was that. Until next time, keep smiling, stay humble. Namaste.